Hi class, this is Ms. Tucker and I am your instructor. Excuse me. I will be your instructor for the CPT270 course online. I have recorded this session to do an overview of your first week to kind of get you guys going, to make sure you have everything you need. And hopefully this will answer a lot of questions that you may have. As you can see, I have my screen shared with you inside of Blackboard. I do want you to start off in Blackboard by reading through your announcement. I just want to welcome you to the class, the overview of some of the things that you need to do when you first go into lab. We're going to go through and click on some of these links. I do want you to make sure you go through the announcements, read the announcements. There's also information, I'm just going to scroll down through the announcement about the lab portion of the course. It has your Blackboard ID, which is your GTC for Me ID. Will be used as your username, and your password, your default password when you first go to the lab is password and the number 1. There's also a link here to take you to the MyLab Plus page. Once you're there inside of MyLab Plus, you do not need to actually come inside of Blackboard in order to access a Lab Plus. You can just bookmark that page and then you will be able to access Lab without having to go through Blackboard. There's also a link at the bottom pertaining to where you would find your link if you want to get a copy of Office 2013. As long as you are a student here at Greenville Tech, you do have access to a free copy of Office. So the link for it is here. You would need to enter your GTC for Me email. And once you enter that email, it's verified that you are a student here. You will be returned a link, which will then allow you to download the files needed to load Office 2013. Okay, instructor information. My information is here. We have my email, my contact number, and my office location. I am in the ET 103 building in room 220 on the 2nd floor. You also see another list of program director, my department head, and also my dean in this area. One of the things I want you to look at, and you'll be going to quite often, is your course syllabus and information link. If you click on that particular link, and most of you, I can see by the grades coming in, have already been here. You have a copy of the actual syllabus that you can print out for the course, and you have the following 3 attachments. Attachment 1 is a 10-week schedule that'll show you your weekly schedule each week, what you should be doing, along with the assignment that will be graded, the due date, and where you will submit that assignment. You will see that the majority of assignments are submitted inside of Lab, but there are a few when you are doing the first couple of weeks, syllabus acknowledgement, the contact information, and the word chapter are submitted inside of Blackboard. You also have a project that's going to be submitted in Blackboard, but outside of that, you will be going into Lab to do the remaining of your assignments. And I will, when I go to the next link, I will talk to you the next menu link about the word content as to why we're doing the word inside of Blackboard. But I'll talk to you about that later on in the video. Attachment 2, it has the policy procedures for the actual department, the CPT department, and attachment 3 will have the actual college-wide policies. And here's a link to get you back to the original Getting Started Here, a folder which has the information to get you started for a couple of weeks, which is the first link that you'll need to do for homework. It's an additional way just to get back to where you were already at the first time. I do want to go ahead and click on course content. In course content, the first folder, the overview of Office 2013, this is just giving you information. There are some students who may have taken CPT270 a few years ago and may have forgotten some things. So in this first chapter, it's just an overview to get you caught up on some of the basic features inside of Office if you haven't used in a while I took 170. There's nothing to complete. There's nothing to do out of this chapter. It's just an overview for those students who may need it. Okay, looking at our Word chapters throughout this course, we're going to look at 3 applications. We'll be looking at Word, Excel, and then Access. Inside of Word, we'll be doing, for each application, we'll be doing chapters 4 through 6. If you can remember when you took CPT170, you did your chapters 1, 2, and 3. This course picks up and it takes on chapters 4, 5, and 6. For Word, Pearson, our publishing company, did not have the Word content available in lab for us. So in lieu of that, what I had to do was go ahead and create some assignments in Word in Blackboard. So what I did, the information from your textbook, the practice A and B from your textbook, I replaced that for your grading for the Word chapters. So when you click for Word, like Word Project for A and B, I'm going to click on that link. And on that link, I have an overview of what's covered in that chapter. And then I also have the data files that you're going to need to complete the assignment. The instructions for the assignment are in the textbook, okay? When it's time to submit the assignment, when you completed it in Word, you're going to click on Submit for Grade, and it'll open up, and there will be a place where you can browse out the location on your computer, wherever you save the data file that you're working on, and you'll be able to submit this particular file, okay? I'm just going to go back to course content. And that same pattern follows for chapters 4, 5, and 6 in Word, and I have them highlighted because these are the chapters that's going to be submitted for grades. Now, after you finish the Word chapter, here's your study guide for the Word. You will take your exam inside of MyLabs Plus. Inside of MyLab Plus, the exam will be 30 multiple choice true-false questions pertaining to the Word chapters, okay? Now, if you notice below that, for the Excel chapters and the PowerPoint chapters, I'm sorry, scratch PowerPoint, we're not using PowerPoint. Excel chapter and the sorry about that. For the Excel chapters and the Access chapter, we have that material inside of Lab. So we're going to start using Lab at that point. So you'll be doing your trainers and your graders. The reason I have it available here also in Blackboard, for those people who say, you know, I still want to go ahead and work out the examples. If you that kinesthetic type of learner, you want to do hands-on before you actually go into Lab, then the chapters are available for you to go through the book and still work on the hands-on practice. I do know some students say it helps them, but it's not graded, it's not submitted. So these particular assignments are only for your optional learner reinforcement, or if this is a way that you feel like you can do the task better by doing it hands-on from a book, then in each one of these folders, you will have the data files available and you can work on it. But notice there's not a submit button, okay? And the reason it's not a submit button is because you're not going to submit it. So, you know, I've had students who submit emails say, I just finished this and I don't know where to submit it. Well, I'm sure that there was not a submit button because it's not submitted, and I actually have not graded beside it. So again, this is for practice only, because at this point, we will be inside of Lab doing the Excel chapters. And I hope that clears it up for you all. On the discussions are not required. This discussion is optional if you want to introduce yourself to me or to each other. Also, there are topic discussions. So if students within the class just want to have open discussion about a certain topic or certain chapter, then you can click on the link and the discussions will be there. It's not graded, it's not required, it's optional. Okay? On your assignment link, click there. In the assignment link, there you'll see 2 links that's also in the Get Started link. It's just another pathway of getting there, which is those first 2 assignments you need to complete. So as I said, most of you have already completed those. But at the bottom, You have what's called the capstone project. At the end of each application, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, there will be a project that you'll complete inside of Blackboard. So I'm going to click on the capstone project. And the data files, along with the instructions and the rubric, are attached with each assignment. So you have one for Word, you have one for Excel, and the third and last one is for Access. And you'll be doing these projects along with your test, and normally with your test, because the test that you're gonna have, just as Pearson did not have my content for the Word, they also did not have the hands-on content for exams. So when you get ready to take your exams, all your exams, which is to be 3 exams, Word, Excel, and Access, are going to be 30 multiple choice questions. The hands-on portion was not available, so you're going to do these projects in lieu of that. It'll go along with your tests. Okay? Another thing I want to cover with you guys, excuse me, I apologize. That's what you go to when you're doing a live recording and your phone is ringing. So I got to answer that call later on. But anyway, sorry for the interruption. I also have a live online meeting room. This is my personal, and I'm actually using it now. It's called Zoom software. Zoom is an online meeting software, a little app you can use online, or you can download it to your system and you can use it. And I use it if a student, you're online, I hear a lot of students say they have a hard time with online courses because they're not able to have that feel of classroom interaction or face-to-face with their instructor. Or I have had students who were not here in actual Greenville or South Carolina for that matter, and they wanted to talk to me, see me, they wanted me to show them how to do something, they need to actually see it. So I use software called Zoom. So I put a link of it here. So if you click on live online meeting, it's going to take you to my Zoom meeting room. So you would click here. So I'm gonna click on Zoom meeting room. And it's gonna come up this way. And I'm just gonna I would hit open because I already have Zoom downloaded, okay? Now Zoom, you can use Zoom too. Zoom will be free for you and you'll allow up to 40 minutes to be in a meeting where you can be in as many meetings you want to, 40 minutes. And then after that, it'll kick you out. I have a professional version, so it's mine I personally paid for. So I can stay in a meeting as long as I want to. Or if I create the Zoom meeting for you and I, then we can stay in as long as we want to. So what you would do, if you click on this, you don't have Zoom, so you would have to download and run Zoom. And once you download, it's like downloading any other software. You just download it, execute it, and then you'll have the app on your computer. It's gonna ask you for a meeting number. I will give you that meeting number, and then you'll be able to see me. We'll see each other. I can share my screen with you as I'm sharing my screen now. So you can see any steps. So if you're having problems with anything, you can send me your file. We can work through it. We'll be able to talk, communicate, and see each other. So I have this available for you. It's a good idea, guys, if you know you're going to be wanting me to help you and come online with me, to go ahead and download and run the Zoom and have it already on your computer before you actually schedule a meeting with me, because it takes probably 10 or 15 minutes to get everything downloaded and set up, okay? So I'm just going to not open that because I'm not going to use that. I'm going to close out of here. Just want to show you that. Again, that is available. Now, don't just go in the Zoom room and say, okay, Ms. Tucker, where are you? I'm not sitting around in the meeting room all day because I have a lot of stuff to do. But I will, if you need help and you need to see me face-to-face, you need to email me. We'll set up an appointment and we'll make a meeting time to actually meet. Okay? I also have a link of your 10-week schedule, although it is inside the syllabus folder. I kind of put it out here because a lot of people access that a lot. So I put it on the front menu. So you can click on the 10-week due date schedule. And here you're able to see all the assignments. You can print this out, kind of have it handy with you, or you can see for the entire course, each assignment we'll be working on each week. So you'll see your due dates, where it's going to be submitted, and when you need to have it in. Okay. Let's see what else we have. There's a link for the My Lab Plus login page. So if you were to click this link, it'll take you to My Labs Plus. From there, you can click on your course. Now my lab look a little different than yours because I have the instructor's view. The first time you go in the lab, well, you are a 270 student, so you're probably already familiar with using My Labs Plus when you have the 170. But what you want to do is click on course material, and you'll see a list of all the material that we'll be covering throughout the course. Now, even though, well, first let me tell you, at the first link, here's an e-text copy of the textbook. So if you're good with not wanting to lug around an actual physical book, then you have a copy of the e-text here. This is just that first chapter, the overview. So you'll see that it's parallel to your schedule that you have in Blackboard. Now, even though we're not going to do any work inside of lab from Word chapter 4, 5, and 6, I still have the help material in there. So if I were just to show you, if I click on Word 4A, then you still have that non-graded folder that has resources such as your PowerPoint slide. So if you want to look at the videos, then you'll see, and this is very useful because there are some students who are following through the book and you're probably like, okay, I still don't understand what they're asking me to do. Then I can look up Word chapter 4 and look up the objective number. I'm just going to take the first objective 1 and the activities in objective 1. You can click here and it will actually go through the book. So you have a task by task instruction that will direct you in how you perform an activity. Okay? I'm gonna close out of that. So again, every task that's in the book, every activity that's in the book, there's a video, and it's a video, step-by-step video with someone talking, explaining what they're doing, why they're doing it, and showing you how to do it. So you could always access this resource inside of the non-graded folder in every one of your chapters, okay? Just wanted to make sure you all know that that material was available to you. Okay, and I'm just gonna close out now. I think that is all. Again, if you have any questions, just click on the link to see my email address. There's also a link for student email. Whenever you email me, I will prefer you to email me using this link. Reason being, whenever you use the email link inside of Blackboard, when I receive the email, it'll come to me with your name and your course and section number. I've gotten emails from students who may not assign the name, or I don't know what course they're in. I have to go through and try to figure out which course they're in, because I have several sections and different courses. So if you use this link, it'll automatically give me that information and eliminate time for me and getting back to you on your email. Okay, guys, that's it. This is Ms. Tucker. Again, if you have any questions, you need anything, just let me know. You all have a great day.